Hello. In the 1990s, there was an advert for the Yellow Pages that was about a young man who returned to his flat to find his pretty female neighbour had discovered that his front door was open and thought that he had been burgled. The young man enters the flat and soon realises that he hasn't been burgled, that he left his flat earlier in the day in a rush, leaving the door open, and he had just become so used to the mess around him that he had spent no time tidying or cleaning. It's only when his neighbour thinks that a crime has been committed that he has a reality check. The man finds a Yellow Pages under all the mess and finds the number for a cleaner. It's a funny advert and it's called Cleaners, classic Yellow Pages advert. Look it up if you get a chance. At the time this advert was made, I'm embarrassed to admit that my bedroom at my parents' house resembled the state of the man's flat. And also, since becoming a parent, I now hear myself have the same conversations and ask my children why their bedroom resembles a crime scene. I wonder if you can relate to this as a parent or even as a child growing up. Traditionally, February is the month when people might start some spring cleaning. They might choose to call in professional help, like the man in the advert, or don on the rubber gloves and do it themselves. But the origin of the word February gives us a clue that a spring clean at this time of year is not a new phenomenon. The word is connected to an ancient Roman festival called Februar, which was celebrated annually at this time of year. Februar was a time for ancient Romans to do some inner spring cleaning and take part in activities that constituted a spiritual cleansing. During the festival, they would offer sacrifices and take part in ritual bathing, and the aim was to bring about a spiritual cleansing for themselves and for the city as a whole. Today, we might use the word purification or atonement to describe this kind of inner spring clean. The idea of doing a spiritual clean is something that we find in various world religions. In our Christian traditions, baptism symbolises the washing away of sin. Jewish people celebrate Yom Kippur, which is the Day of Atonement, by fasting and seeking forgiveness for sins. In Hinduism, bathing in the river Ganges is believed to be a way to achieve spiritual purification. So let's reflect on what spring cleaning our inner lives involves for us. I wonder what thoughts seem to be cluttering up your mind and consuming too much time in your lives. Perhaps you recognise how cluttered your mind is with worries about things that you can't change. Perhaps you feel that your mind is littered with thoughts that rush through like a whirlwind. Perhaps you feel that you would like to enable your mind to rest and relax. I recently read an article by Dr. Crystal Simpson, who explained that she thought there's 7 specific steps to a lasting change as a Christian. And I want to briefly share them with you to hopefully help and inspire you with your spiritual cleanup. Step 1, change your prayer. We should always start everything with prayer. Turn to God humbly and sincerely in prayer. Step 2, change your thoughts. How we think of a situation will guide our actions. Our thoughts are significant, and God can create lasting change in our lives if we get in line with Him. The Bible tells us to renew our minds and transform our thinking. Step 3, change your spiritual diet. We must change our spiritual diet and consume a faith-filled diet. Focus on activities that build our faith and avoid those that do not. Change your commitment. Believe that change will come. We must act in faith. Step 5, change how you fail. Rather than make a mistake and give up, we must see failure as an opportunity to ask God for more help. Step 6, change your ability to see the enemy's tricks. We have to resist focusing on anyone else but ourselves, because the only one we want to be like is Jesus. And finally, step 7, change your ability to wait. Living a Christian life, we strive to become more like Jesus. And a Christian life is a journey that will take a lifetime to master. Let's finish with a prayer. Dear Lord, our lives sometimes become messy. We have messy thoughts and beliefs and can act in ways that lead to mess in our relationships. We thank you for our ability to reflect and consider what we want to change. And we thank you that you give us a second chance and an opportunity to change. Help us to work out what changes we want to make our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. And give us the courage and wisdom to make changes and find a greater sense of inner peace as a result. Amen. Thank you.